It looks like those glasses can help improve a person's dance moves. I need a pair like that. Little Snake River versus Dubois in the six-man state championship game. First quarter, Little Snake River wearing the purple, and on the opening kick, they wasted no time reaching into their bag of tricks. Connor Lee will recover at the Dubois 28-yard line, and his team will steal the opening possession and set up right there. On the next play, they finish the job. Manuel Quinteros is going to get around the right side, get a few well-placed blocks, and he'll spring loose on the far sidelines for a 28-yard touchdown run, +2. This game is less than 10 seconds old, and the Rattlers strike first and lead 8-0. Dubois did not take long to answer back. This is the first play after the ensuing kickoff. Sterling Baker will come around the right side, slips a tackle, lowers the shoulder, takes the hit, and keeps going. 46 yards to the house. Remember, this game's being played at the University of Wyoming, so the 20-yard line on the south side is actually the goal line in this game. Rams still trail 8-6. Then they'd return the favor on the ensuing kickoff and take a page out of LSR's book. Nathan Moore will end up with the recovery on the 28-yard line, right back at you. Dubois can play that type of game as well. A penalty would back them up, but that did not bother Jesse Hawk. He's got room on the right side, and he'll stiff arm a would-be tackler as he crosses the goal line. Less than 2 minutes have ticked off the clock, and Dubois has quickly taken their first lead of the game, up 12-8. The slugfest would continue. The defense was anticipating the pitch to the far side, but Cole Gourlay says, "Guess again, suckers." He's got a big hole in the middle and cuts over to the near sideline, and the senior will go untouched on a 33-yard run as the two-time defending state champs go back on top with a 16-12 advantage. The Rams tried to respond, but this play ended up going in the wrong direction for them. Garrett Grieve will scoop up the loose ball, and he's got an open field ahead of him until Hawk is able to catch up and drag him down at about the 15-yard line. A little more speed, and Little Snake River might have had 6 more points on that play, but that's what teammates are for. After a couple of penalties, the Rattlers would strike again, although this play took a while. Grayson Lee is scrambling and looking, still scrambling and looking. He wants 32 yards on this play, and he finally lets it fly. That's because he found a very wide open Quinteros, who's just barely inside the end zone. That was easy, and LSR would have the score doubled up. It was 24-12 after the first 10 minutes. Second quarter, not much happened aside from the first play. Hawk will take the pitch, goes around the far side, takes a hit, but he falls forward and scores from 5 yards out for his team. Highlight-wise, the rest of the half was pretty boring, but the Rams were okay, down 24-20 going into the locker room. Third quarter, this was the play that helped turn the tide. Gourlay takes the swing pass for the Rattlers, but Baker will give that swing an extra push and strip the ball in the process. Kyle T falls on it at the 12, and Dubois was in great shape as they would set up shop in the red zone. A few plays later, Baker, he's got something cooking. Check out this stiff arm, and that'll buy him the extra 2 yards he needed for the touchdown on an 8-yard run. Last year's state runner-ups are back on top of this contest with a 28-24 advantage. Later, they got the ball again and were taking control of this game. Hawk was not flying, he was just running, and that suits him just fine. Once he busted through, it was an easy 25-yard run, and now the scoreboard reads 34-24. And the Rams wanted more, and so did Hawk. Here's a 12-yard scamper, and he'll stiff arm a defender into the ground. Little Snake River was having a problem with that, and they now trail 42-24. We're not done, folks. It's Baker's turn again, out slithering the Rattlers on a 62-yard run, and no one touched him. There he goes. Ever since they were down 24-12, it has been all Dubois since, and now they have the score doubled up and lead 48-24. LSR needed to get their acting gear quickly, and they did on this play. Grayson Lee's going to put it all on the line on this throw, and he's got Connor Lee on the run for a 59-yard score. The boys from Baggs almost got themselves out of a hole when these teams played back in September, and it would look like they would try again, but they were down 48-30 going into the final 10 minutes. Fourth quarter, Dubois also remembered that they nearly choked away that big lead the first time. T is going to put the brakes on the comeback with this interception. He's making some tea time for himself at midfield. Now his teammates just need to put the final nail in the coffin. Ask and ye shall receive. Hawk powers through in a 2-yard run. He's got reservations for 6, and there's going to be no near collapse this time around. The Dubois Rams finally take home the hardware in their second straight trip to Laramie and avenge last year's title game loss. 54-30 was the final score. The boys cap off an 11-0 season and take home their first football title in school history.